Have you ever worked somewhere or worked on a project for a long period of time and you were so incredibly dedicated, you were so happy and fulfilled, and then all of a sudden you can feel something change, something in the air? Well, guess what? That's happened to me. I had a pit in my stomach. Something was happening different in this role that I absolutely loved. I put so much dedication into this job that I had. I was in a small, tight-knit learning and development team in a giant organization, and we just had a fantastic essence of teamwork. And our director, Annette, really created also the essence of hard work and humor. But there was this like buzz in the air, and the pit in my stomach was growing bigger and bigger. And I heard the rumor that we were going to get outsourced. So just imagine having this job you love and it's about to go away. And so as a team, we decided at the next meeting, we were going to go head on and ask Annette, hey, is this rumor really true? And I was tasked, and I decided I'm going to step up and rip the Band-Aid off and ask Annette, is this really, in fact, true? And so I did. I ripped the Band-Aid off and I said, hey, we heard that we're going to get outsourced. I'm scared and I'm about to lose my job. And so one of Annette's best talents was to tell stories. And she told a story how she was part of an outsourcing effort and she actually lost her role. And she said, you know something? I see an opportunity here. And I'm sitting here, I'm like very skeptical. I'm like, really? An opportunity? Because in my brain, I'm like, let's dust off the resume and start looking for a new job. But she shared some of her past experiences, and it was incredible because she said that there is an opportunity here, and she asked some really great magical questions like, what can we create here? What kind of insight do we have here? And in my mind, I started switching. These gears and started thinking, maybe there is some sort of really good opportunity, and maybe there is some really good challenging the process of the concept of outsourcing, losing our jobs, and maybe there is something here. So the following weeks, we met as a team in our cozy little conference room. If people were walking by this conference room, they'd see like puffs of smoke coming out of this conference room. And what we really did is hunkered down. And I got the opportunity to really look at my role in its current state today and what it could look like in the future, and what parts of my role could look like as being outsourced, and then what space I have in the future to grow. And so it was a little bit out of my comfort zone, and I was quite inspired as a leader by my leader, Annette, and looking at my role and saying, oh my gosh, maybe I'm going to be able to manage and lead a team, possibly offshore. We created a plan. Next week, the following weeks, we got to present it to the executive staff. A little awkward at that time because it was like the exec staff, they were sitting there. No decision was made. It was quite quiet. We all had input into what we thought would be a great plan. And the meeting ended. And so a week later, Annette announced to us that the plan was accepted. We were so excited. I was actually excited. I felt like, oh my gosh, this is like, I'm going to get to keep my job. And when I think back about Annette's leadership, I observed a few things. I observed how she learned from the past. And I got to look at my role as what I did in the past and how I can look into the future and apply things to a new team. I was able to test my own skills and abilities and also get to manage and lead an offshore team. And that pit in my stomach that I had that was growing and growing actually no longer existed because I was fully inspired and really incredibly excited to work with this new process and manage a new team.